Good morning, beautiful souls. Happy Tuesday. It's the Tim Wild's temporary moving around of the usual days, which are Monday and Fridays, because obviously Diana Cooper and I are doing our 10-day ascension boost at the moment. So I'm kind of doing a brief update on Tuesday and then a proper in-depth kind of analysis of what's happening on a Thursday. So I just want to kind of give a little bit of a heads up or a feel into what's going on at the moment, and kind of leave it as a little bit of a segue into the Thursday update, because things are really starting to get quite intense and quite pressurized out in the field. And I know all of you are feeling it wherever you are in the world. Whether you're in Europe, whether you're in the United States, whether you're in Australia, the pressure from the 3D matrix to draw us in to that field, to have us comply with the set of directives, or the restabilizing of what for them is beginning to disintegrate. So all around us, as light workers, as individuals that are we're united together, consciously, unconsciously, energetically, but we're also, many of us, acting as individual anchor points for the 5D frequency wherever we are located in the world. There are absolutely millions of us now doing this, and we've created a very stable template. But as I've been saying all year, we are going to see the biggest pushback or the biggest flex from the 3D matrix during December, January and February. And these are the times that they've been kind of crafted astrologically to be a cooking pot, like a melting pot, where everything is vibrating so fast against, one vibration is kind of like bouncing off or disentangling itself from the other. And it feels we've got two choices at the moment. We can either be embroiled in this whirlwind of energy as it attempts to contain its previous structure, or we can move into the peace and the sanctity of our sovereignty of choice to be in 5D. And they're very, very different vibrations. It's almost like in one side we got to kind of be prepared to just be the eye of the storm as everything kind of whirls round, and maintain that. And there's between now and the winter solstice here in the northern hemisphere, summer in the south, is the what I'm seeing for us personally is a lot. I know it's boring. I know we've done a lot of clearing. I know we've done, all we seem to do is clear our energies in order to raise our vibration, but that is going to be very much on the table between now and the 21st of December. It's almost like we are required to ditch or leave everything that we have, everything, on a kind of a clearance level that has come up to be cleared over the last decade, and just leave it, because the energy from the 21st of December onwards is so much higher, so much clearer, and the timeline that we are choosing is very specific. Okay, so this is the kind of the shorter message that I'm giving out this morning. Wherever you are in the world, no matter what's going on around you, whether they're there's key places that have been kind of identified, one of them being Austria, with the noise that is being presented about mandatory this and that. The United States with the recent court case, which has stirred up both sides and is attempting to bring more chaos into the mix. And also Australia, which is witnessing one of its biggest probably the biggest wake up that we've seen so far. Now, if you think about the level of consciousness and where it has come in that space of time, the results of applying pressure to a certain collective, the evidence is now here. It works, okay? And this is what I've been saying all along, is if there is a lower level of collective consciousness, the experience will be more intense in order to break those who are in hypnosis out and allow them to move into the ascension vibration as their soul originally signed the contract for. Okay, so buckle up. This is the message of the day. Buckle up, brace yourselves for the whirlwind of energy around you, but pick your space of centeredness. Pick your space of calmness and clarity. Ground yourself in, raise your vibration, and practice being completely impervious to all of these distractions. This is where we need to be at the moment, because you might have heard the theories of kind of like, you know, multiple timelines being available or multiple realities being available. Well, that is exactly the case. Wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. So if lots of people are in fear, there will be a collective experience of fear. If a lot of people are focusing on a unified and peaceful reality, that is what will occur, whether or not we are shoulder to shoulder, or whether we are all doing this anchored in different parts of the world. But what I'm being told to look at the moment is that we are going to have to be focused and disciplined in order to maintain this, because everything will be brought out of I'm calling it the tantrum box at the moment. 3D has got a big tantrum box, or the 3D matrix has opened its big toy case and is now rolling around on the floor screaming and throwing all of its toys around in a desperate attempt to get as much attention as possible. These toys, if we are allowing them to impose upon our reality, are potentially scary, they're constrictive, they're draconian, and they have the ability to make our lives very difficult if we are engaging on that level. So what I'm being guided to do myself, and what I'm therefore bringing the information forwards for those of you that are listening, is to hold your positions, okay? Hold your lines. Now, this has been a recurring point of subject of mine, a conversation of mine, for a couple of years now, where we have our boundaries. We've set our boundaries. We might have to be working on them because they weren't very healthy previously, either with our personal reality or the wider reality. And we're now aware of what we should be accepting into our lives and what we shouldn't be accepting. And those feelings aren't just a little bit. They're not just, that doesn't quite feel right. These are strong boundaries that we know that we shouldn't be allowing anybody to kind of impose on or step over ourselves. So hold that position, hold those lines, but hold it with peace, hold it with love in your heart. And this is where we are going to find ourselves over the next month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, is invited to participate in the storm. We will be invited to kind of join the whirlwind, join the panic, join the fear, join the anger, join the outrage and everything like that. And it'd be very, very easy to engage in that, to become part of that collective rage. But that is not what will produce the results that we are endeavouring to create for ourselves. So, Eye of the Storms. you know, there's so many of us that if we create this collective eye of the storm, it becomes a unified experience. And this isn't spiritual fluff, this isn't fancy thinking, this isn't head in the clouds, like ignoring what's going on. This is alchemy. This is setting a reality. This is setting a timeline. This is setting spiritual boundaries for ourselves and others around us who are not quite yet capable of doing that, in order for them to feel safe to step into the matrix of reality which we are establishing for ourselves. So this is where I'm going with it this week. This is what we are going to be really looking at and really focusing on over the next 4 weeks as we lead up to the solstice. There's going to be a lot of personal clearing with this, as everyone goes, oh God, not more, like rolls eyes and returns to bed with pots of ice cream or whatever. And it's hard work. You know, we are ditching all of this karmic gunk, all of these things that have linked us to the previous reality. We're shedding relationships that no longer serve us with either personal people in our lives or with the kind of the outside authorities that have been controlling our lives for a long time. All of these unhealthy boundaries, as within so without, are falling away. They're disappearing, they're being alchemized, and they're being released to the light. So, you know, and I hear many of you say, well, this is directly affecting me. You know, this is happening in my country. I'm feeling oppressed, I'm feeling scared, I'm feeling frightened. Well, this is happening to all of us. It's not just individualized experience. It's happening globally. We're all in this incredibly unique mixture at the moment, and the way through it is to maintain light, maintain sovereignty, maintain your spiritual boundaries, but most of all, anchor in that light and manifest it. Okay, find peace in whatever is going on around you, but also make sure that that spiritual sovereignty, that foundation of strength, is very much manifested so that you become an unshakable unit. Easier said than done, I know, but here we are. This is what is going on. And as we come into the solstice, it seems to be a pattern with the winter solstice, or, you know, the 21st of December 2012. It is such a powerful download of light. It is such a upgrade to the matrix of reality that we are used to, that on the other side of it, things move very quickly. We usually have this 3-week integration period after all of that light comes in, and I can very much feel it coming in already. The preparation time has begun. But I will dive deeper into this on Thursday and talk about what I'm seeing, the kind of the best ways to kind of engage with this and deal with it and maintain space and maintain light. Sending you all loads of love, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.